I really didn't want to spend my life being a disempowered empath. And what I mean when I say a disempowered empath is isolating myself, like really wanting to be in a community or in social gatherings or like around people, however, like isolating myself just because of the reason that I can absorb, like I feel drained around people, or like living in this fear of, okay, like there are times when I have to go out, right, and be around people, and then like coming back and like taking all the precautions of like releasing all the energies that I've gathered like from outside by taking rest or something like that. So I really wanted to live like an empowered empath life, and I did found a way. So like my 50% of healing came from becoming aware of like what really happens in my energetic body as an empath. And there's like a video that I've created as well, so like that awareness created like so much healing instead of taking like working on cures like after experiencing all the intense emotions and everything. Like I really wanted to actually find like a precaution so that like I don't end up absorbing people's energy like in the first place. Like the first was awareness of what really happens, and it's actually like a really simple 3-step process that I started doing, and it created like so much difference in my life as an empath. So what I did was, so like the first step basically is I would imagine whenever, whether I'm at my home by myself or like with other people outside, like all the time, I would keep myself like bringing back to imagining as if like under my feet, there is like roots growing under my feet, and that are being like so energetic root. Like for example, like I see them as like lights in multiple colors, and they are being held by like Mother Earth, like in her own hands. Like Mother Earth herself, like she has the ability to be present for like the 7 billion people that are here like on this planet, right? She's there for all of us. So she herself is holding like those roots that I have under my feet, like when I'm walking, when I'm sitting, like all the time. She's holding those roots in her hands with love and sending me a lot of love, and all that I want to release, I'm releasing it so that it can be transmuted by Mother Earth into love. So constantly, like I made sure that I bring myself back into this awareness of having like roots under my feet while I'm walking, sitting, or doing anything, or even like lying down. I have like my roots like really held by Earth in her hand. So that's one thing that is super effective. Like you won't even believe, like just this, imagining this one thing, like how held and grounded and supported and loved, nurtured, adored I felt by Mother Earth, like with just this like one habit that I created for myself. So it made me feel safe to be in my body. And then the second thing that helped me was constantly reminding myself of my purpose in every moment. So we have like a lot of purposes, right? But there is like one primary purpose that each one of us have being on earth here, and that is to feel like, that is to remain grounded and held by Mother Earth. So I kept reminding myself in every moment of this person, of this purpose of mine, like that I am here from the other world on earth to have an experience for some time on like this school of earth. And one of my most important purpose is to remain grounded so that I can experience this reality, to feel safe enough to be grounded. So I would remind myself in every moment, And I do, like now as well, I remind myself in every moment that in every moment this is one of my main purpose, is to be grounded and feeling grateful for Mother Earth to give me this opportunity to experience this reality being on her, right? Like for getting this space on earth like that I can call mine. So being in that purpose in every moment and feeling grateful. The third thing that helped me was like every morning when I wake up, I would connect with my higher self and ask for like what is my purpose for today. Although our purpose changes every moment, but life on earth is a very slow reality, and like our purpose like remains same for like multiple days or months, if not like years. So like I would wake up like every morning and ask my higher self, okay, like what is my purpose for today? So for example, like today my purpose is like today like higher self, like when I connected collectively for to know the purpose, I was shown like how it's important for me to feel okay being in the in between, like of every moment. So in every moment I'm reminding myself to make sure that my like I am held by Mother Earth, to make sure that I keep reminding myself of my purpose being on earth here, which is to be grounded so that I can experience this physical reality of being in connection with my higher self. So like when we are in this state of being, right, like of all of these three things, what really happens is that we, as an empath, we have a knowing of what other people are thinking, feeling, or experiencing versus absorbing it to experiencing it ourselves. So there's a difference between knowing and absorbing or experiencing. And like you will know for yourself when you will start doing it. And I'm pretty sure you will notice it, like, because I noticed it on my first day of constantly reminding myself of doing these three things. That day, like I like truly I could feel, or like feel the difference of like absorbing before that, like absorbing other people's energy and then knowing, okay, this is what they're going through, versus just having a knowing. Because like when we are really grounded, right, and when we are centered in our purpose in this lifetime, we are in our body in touch with who we truly are. Like there's like that perfect balance of being who we are as self, and also like as a collective, like in unity with others. So this is like, so this is something that we can only experience being an empath, like an empowered empath, like an empath who has like strong boundaries, like strong enough or like boundary like enough to make it feel like a part of the unity collective, like everyone, and like being in touch with who they truly are. So yeah, so it's like really like a divine kind of a moment, like when I experienced, oh my god, like oh wow, like the difference in just doing these three steps. But it took me a lot of practice in reminding myself constantly, like feet like held by Mother Earth, what's my purpose of the day, what's my purpose in every moment, like all of that. Like I had to remind myself again and again to be in this habit. And you will notice the difference yourself, like when you are knowing versus like experiencing or absorbing to know. Like there's a, you will notice the difference when you start doing it as an empath. um yeah, so like I think like this helps a lot in like knowing ourselves better as well. Like when you know the knowing ourselves, like it becomes in our conscious awareness when you like know that, okay, like this is how someone else is feeling, or thinking, but this is not mine. Like you are in that observing phase. So in that process, like you know yourself better as well, and like start living consciously as your individual self versus like living like subconsciously as your individual self. So we become like more aware. So yeah, it's a beautiful process. Like it opened up like so many pathways for me of living a peaceful and a calm and an intuitive life, knowing myself even more and more and more in this process as an empath. Yeah, so I would love for you to try like how it goes for you, and if you can share, I would love to hear that. Thank you so much.